This video is sponsored by Paradox Arc. Hello everybody, this is Havoc, and welcome back to Tlatoani Aztec Cities for our last sponsored video by Paradox Arc. So huge shout out to them for once again sponsoring this series of videos. It's greatly appreciated. We had a blast with our tips and tricks video, with our floating gardens video, where we expanded a whole bunch of land outside of some marshlands, and it looks like now we need to marshal a fleet. Before we begin, if you enjoy this type of video or enjoy the channel at all, give the video a like, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section. But also, once again, sacrifice for the Aztec gods. You need to check out the link in the comment section below, as well as the description. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into it.
Standing watch on the battlements of Tecpayocan on a cold night, when I saw Chief Tosquequesli come to the palace to inspect the west gate, guarding the approach to Xaltocan. He stumbled for a moment coming up the steps, and his counselors had to help him to his feet. Our chief is no longer as spry as he once was, and with our newfound service to the Tepanecs rendering old alliances moot and present loyalties uncertain, it is rumored he is anxious to secure an advantageous marriage for young Prince Huitzilihuitl. After taking counsel with Tlotzin, the exiled Tlatoani has suggested he be wed to Totomiyawa, a noble woman with ties to his Alcoa cousin in Texcoco. Her family descend from an ancient Toltec bloodline, and such a union would both ennoble our dynasty and help legitimize a claim upon the seat of Chapultepec. Chapultepec will not be secured solely by political maneuvers, however. Atenco is both fertile and well-forested, and once this marriage is consummated, Acolnahuacatl intends that the prince will field a large fleet of war canoes to aid in the combined assault upon the stronghold, which he intends for the next spring. To disguise our intentions, we will use this fleet at first to harry the traders who pass south from Xaltocan, exacting tolls upon their traffic in goods and slaves. The chief believes the Tepanecs do not yet entirely trust us. The Tlatoani will be watching us closely and will be expecting punctual tribute in timber and men to assist in the war against Xaltocan. It would be wise not to disappoint him.
Alright, to demonstrate our loyalty to Azcapotzalco, we need to assemble a fleet of war canoes to assist in the assault of Chapultepec and aid in the war effort. War canoe wharfs are now available for construction. In addition to construction materials, war canoes will need to be supplied with weapons, armor, and provisions of maize. Obsidian salt for your nappers can be imported from Coatlicán, so it'd be advisable to open a trade route as soon as possible. Cotton timber can be sourced locally. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to take a look. I think access to the market is already had, so we're good there. We actually have pretty decent access to everything here. I don't know why this is empty. Well, let's go ahead and make a canal because we're going to rock and roll there. All right, so what else do we need to do? We need to have a prosperity rating, a culture rating, a might rating, and a prestige. What is might? Army strength, fortification, and vassals. Okay, cool. No worries there. We can totally do that. So what do we have here? We have a porter yard that is balancing timber, clay, stone, and pottery. We have clay pits, which is great. We're going to get those kilns rocking. That's fine with me too. What are we doing here? We don't need to import timber. That's dumb. We need to import clay and stone. Yes. Can I export? I can't. So we don't need any cloth. We can export cotton. That's what I need to do. So we'll export cotton because we have cotton plants here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that and make that a priority for those guys. What do we have here? We're exporting timber. We're going to go ahead and export a lot more timber. We're going to go ahead and export a lot more cotton. We're not going to import any maize. We're done with maize. We have salt here, which means I think we need cotton and salt to make armor. So that's good. So here's what we need to do. We need to go into our trade over here. Who was it that they said? They'll give us Mogwai. We need Mogwai, by the way, because I noticed we have no Mogwai. We would have had some planted already if it was there. So we're going to open trade with those boyos. And then where's the other one? Coatlicán? Yes, timber, salt, and obsidian. We need those. And we can export cotton and furniture. I'm actually not going to worry about furniture. Furniture actually uses obsidian, and I'm not for that. I'm not going to worry about it. So we need that trading post. It's going to be there. We are going to export cotton. We are going to import a large amount of obsidian. And then we'll go ahead and bring in just a little more salt. No, we're not. We're going to keep it there. So now for our production. We got to move quick. We only have 6 years to do this, so I really want to be focused on it. We are going to build 2 blade nappers and 2 armorers. On top of that, we are going to allow weapons and armor here. We don't have to worry about accepting obsidian because it'll import here and they'll just go straight to it. But what I need to do, I need to look at my economy for my cotton to see if I need any more cotton. Let's go into... No one in the city seems to be using or producing this good. Well, I think we just have to basically hit go. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and build 1 more cotton farm. Now, does cotton need to be irrigated? I think it does. So let's irrigate it. And then do that. That way its yields are a lot more significant. There we go. Cotton yields should increase. And we could also go here to do that. I think that works for me. And then we are going to invest pretty heavily in cotton production. There's several of our places that can do it, so we might as well get to it and get to it quickly. All right, we're going to simply hit. And then I need to go probably right there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to build a porter yard that will allow us to bring in cotton buds. And we're going to have a lot of cotton. Sweet. Okay, what do these people need? They have everything they need at the moment. They need cloth. So we need to import mogwai, which we can import mogwai. Let's get another trading post. I don't remember who it was. Here we go. We're going to import 12 mogwai. And then that's going to allow us to then build... Oh, I hate when they're kind of off like that. We're going to build 2 breweries and 2 cloth weavers. I'm also going to go ahead and invest heavily in some additional sawyers, so that way we can rock and roll there. Now, one of the other things that we need to start working on immediately are our wharves. I know I'm doing a lot of stuff at once, and it's probably going to actually bite me in the butt. But it's kind of a chance that I'm willing to take because I feel just super rushed. Intentional or not, that's the vibe I'm getting from this mission, is like, dude, hurry. Okay, now that I built all those things, we kind of just have to chill and wait. And then what I'm going to do is I've set this porterhouse to getting, and they're going to get the maize, the obsidian, or the weapons, and etc., etc. So what we're going to do here actually is I do need a porter yard. Okay, dude, this accepts weapons and armor. Okay, so I already did that. That's good. We're actually going to balance both of those so that way they overflow whenever there's an overabundance. And then we should be good. Now, one of the things that I've never figured out with this game, and I don't know if it's just, okay, cool. No, we were worried about taxes in the last game, or the last mission, and when I was dorking around in a custom city, was that they weren't bringing enough in. So I'm glad to see that's happened. We're working on cloth. We need to have less cotton. We need to have pulk and cloth. Right there. So that way, whenever there's an overflow, we can build into it. All right, all of our wharves are built. We just now need to supply them. And then what we also need to do is we need to build a handful of more noble compounds, because they need a lot of help. I mean, we need to have as many people as we can in this thing. That's going to also help our might projection as well by having everything filled up. So that's definitely what I want to do. We're going to build some gardens in here to satiate the masses in that area. And then, of course, they all need their regular accesses of like a sweeper, a sentry post, a well dipper as well. Some herbalists, of course, some herbalists. There we go. I like it. I dig it. Everyone still just needs cloth. We're working on it, my friendos. Working on it as best as we can. And they are working on everything else that they can. We may go ahead and build a couple more armorers and a couple more blade nappers, since we have the supply. And what do we need for our prestige? Prosperity, culture, might, and population. Okay. I see what you're putting down. I didn't mean to do that. Although, look at that. That's a really good screenshot. If you hit the bracket thing right above your enter, that's pretty cool. Take a cool little picture there. Levies have returned. Sweet. We're all fun on that part. And then, yeah, once again, we're getting maize there. There's no room here. We're going to get maize here as well to see if that doesn't help us. Cotton's there. We're exporting cotton. Exporting cotton. Are we making enough cotton? That's the real kicker. Okay, we are overproducing, which is what I want. I do want to overproduce. That's the best thing that can happen. We still need a ton of timber, and it looks like our masons' yards are just really messing with everything here. I really need them just to work, and I don't know why they're not working. You know what I mean? We definitely need... I think it probably would help to have some masons' yards sprinkled throughout the city. It's like, for instance, we could build one over here. We could build one. I mean, over here would be good. We do need a supply of clay and timber relatively close. There we go. That works for me. We are divine in our status in terms of our symmetry, so I'm totally good on that front. It looks like we have a few of our war canoes are doing good. Are they all supplied? Oh, they are almost all supplied. That's fantastic. Sweet. We've done our levies and our tribute. That's all rocking and rolling well. What can I do here? Cotton buds, pulp cloth, cotton. Okay. I don't know that there's much that I can really just like do right now. We do have an army coming in. You can see what can happen with that in just a minute. Bring it on, boyos. Bring it on, because I've got loads of troops. I've got 18 dudes. 18. How many do you have? Do you have 18? No, you don't. And you got, I mean, absolutely just defiled. Well done, guys. Well done, gentlemen. I don't think our might's that big of an issue. I think we can probably improve it a little bit. Oh, my word. We only have 4 years left. Our prosperity's getting there. Our prestige is getting there. Everyone has everything they need. What do we have in terms of our buildings, though? Looks like we kind of have maxed out all of our space. We do need some small housing. Or, yeah, some small houses would be good. Home has everything it's need. Improvements are underway. What about these guys? What about all y'all? Improvements are underway. We can't satiate everyone. We do need more education, though, so we can do some education, I think. can never remember where all this stuff is. Yeah, this is a great spot. I think that would actually really, really help. Our projected might is already going up. We lack armor. Man alive, this is just a lot of consumption, isn't it? It's just a big consumption of goods. And let's see, we have a good balance of fish. I'm wondering if we shouldn't go ahead and build a couple more maize things. Looks like our might is good. I think we should. I think we should probably get some maize. We're balancing that maize well, but I think more maize would be even better. It would also just really help if our guys would actually make all of their stuff. You know what I mean? Like if all of our construction would actually work well, it'd be fantastic. All right, so our timber production is what's kind of holding things up. So I think we're going to reduce our timber exporting, which is only in one spot. Let me take a look at the trip times in this joint. Okay, trip times aren't great. We could definitely improve that, I think. Let's build a couple more houses. Right there is actually a pretty darn good spot. I think that would actually work really well. And then we have built our Tlatoani, which is going to help with all of the supervision over here for these cottages to help them level up, which is always a good thing. Can never complain about that. We're still making good on our taxes as well. 4 years left. We lack weapons. We have tons of obsidian here. So what is the holdup? Is it literally just... We have armor there. We're trying to get armor there. Armor and weapons. I'm wondering if I don't just build... Like, I can't imagine the solution is just building more of these buildings. Maybe it is. Maybe the solution is that simple. We need to build a royal palace as well. That's something that I haven't done yet, and I don't think any game. And that's a little unacceptable, without a doubt. We're still divine there, so I'm going to drop a porter yard. We're going to import timber. We're going to import pottery, cloth, or we're going to set to getting, rather. And we're going to go ahead and get that as well. We're going to get clay, so hopefully that'll satiate everyone. Bands have been beaten. Ambushed one of our traders on the road, but our soldiers were able to fend them off. Well done, lads. Well done. And then we're going to, increase some of the prestiginess of the area. Surround our temples. Religion's not something I've really had to worry about. And that's one of, I think, one of the crucial parts of the game. So, some of our canoes lack weapons. Okay, well, there are weapons here, and I need you to take them. Please and thank you would be great. And oh my word, we're like running low on cotton, too. Let's take a look here. There's a lot of consumption there, but what about cotton buds? There we go. All right, producing, growing, and consuming. We need more cotton. That's the long and short of it. So let's go ahead and drop another farmer's hut and get that cotton rolling. Everywhere we can grow it is good. We're also running short on some housing, so we're going to go ahead and drop a new little small quick district. Nothing crazy is going to go on here. But I do think it's important to kind of expand as much as we can to make things work. And, oh no, now we're in debt. That's okay. I think it's just kind of a small logistical issue. We don't need so much obsidian at the moment anymore, so we can definitely not worry about that. And then again, our lack of cotton buds is also causing an issue, but I think it's mainly a lack of workers. I think that's one of the bigger things. So hopefully this will kind of work in our favor, as it were. Get a couple more collectors in as well, because the service use is rather heavy in the moment. So if we could alleviate that a little bit, we may be able to stay afloat a little bit longer. We only have 3 years. We only have one canoe that lacks weapons. They actually all have weapons. Now, they don't have it like in totality, and maybe that's what they mean. But they do. Oh, nice. Everyone's there. Okay, we just need the prestige. Prestige comes if we could get the Royal Palace finished. That would be fantastic. And then we can get our goldsmith rocking as well. I forgot about goldsmiths. We definitely need goldsmiths because they get stuff from the collectors. And for instance, this needs gold artwork, so we definitely need to rock it and roll it there. I feel like if we can just get the Royal Palace done, we'll actually be finished with this one, which would make it a relatively shorter run, which I'm not going to complain about. But it would be very, very nice. And if we could get more... Okay, we actually have cotton buds, which is telling me that everyone is producing as much as they can for the cotton weavers, and it's not enough. So we're going to kind of do some last minute spams. You know how it is. We get towards the end of everything. Our divination is still great, or not our divination. Our divine nature is still fantastic. So I'm not concerned about the divineness of everything going on. We are okay to kind of... take a peek and not be incredibly optimal, just for the sake of getting that prestige in. Because again, we do need that to rock and roll. Sweet, look at that. They've got their axes. They're going to start working on their gold artwork. And we will be right as rain. Now we have all of our war canoes, which do look really, really cool, by the way. Like, that's really cool. I love everything about it. It's just really nice to have, differences in all the things that these different city builders have. So it's not the exact same thing every time, the exact same structures. I like it a lot. Let's get into this. Should be our last battle. 16 troops. I can't see this going poorly. There we go. Kill them. Kill them all. Kill them. Brilliant. No losses were reported. Those are the best kinds. Okay, one captain was incapacitated, excuse me. It almost was as if there were 2 invasions happening at once. Interesting. We need to get tribute to him, which we can do. We do have weapons and armor. It's okay. We accidentally missed that. We missed everything on it. I still think we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and just offer a couple of guys for there. We should be just dandy. And then again, these guys are working on making all the gold artwork, which is what we need for this here. All right, so our venue here, the Royal Palace, is about to be complete. We just need a tiny, tiny bit more. Brilliant. Now that should raise... Okay, so our prosperity rating is there. Our might is what is lacking. So we can do a couple of things super quick to kind of wrap up this episode. And some very easy ways to build that might. It shouldn't take much whatsoever. And part of the tribute is also something that helps with it. But I think if we were to simply build an amazing looking gatehouse with some awesome looking walls, just a small handful of walls, and we were to build a couple of towers, I honestly think, whoops, I keep pressing the wrong button. I think that would help. So we're going to build 2 towers here, start of our stone gateway, which should increase our fortifications, which means we would then be able to go in and increase our might. There we go, ruler allotted. I knew that would happen. The Emperor is sufficiently impressed. He's chosen you for promotion and a new assignment within the Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode of Tlatoani Aztec Cities. Building these, I wish we could have used these actual canoes, but it's okay. Maybe as we progress down the campaign and as development continues, etc., we'd be able to, but this was still a really fun mission, being able to expand and level up our housing. Look at that. We got large houses. We literally could not do anything more because I think we can build a sauna, but I don't know that we would have been able to do anything with it. Well, there we go. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section down below. Thank you once again, Paradox Arc, for sponsoring this video. This is the last of the sponsored videos, so be sure you check out the link in the comment section down, the pinned comment below. Once again, thank you for all your support. It's greatly, greatly appreciated on the channel. You're making these sponsored videos happen, and I am very appreciative. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.